Bomber Command Lancasters lead our camera tour of the world's news fronts. The target is German E-boat shelters at Yjmuiden and Maaselius in Holland. Here are direct hits with a vengeance. The aerial camera brings back indisputable proof of the uncanny accuracy of precision bombing. Inside Germany, this typical specimen looks as if he once took Hitler's master race gag seriously. Today, he and his kind are leaving their homes as evacuees. Now they know what misery millions of Europeans felt in those far-off days when the goose step was still a symbol of military success. Eating room, says the Dutch sign. One wonders whether these men and women who applauded Germany's aggression reflect how different is the treatment they are getting here from that which made their own armies hated in every corner of Europe. AL-63, the louse killer, counters the effect of weeks of living in crowded cellars and ruined basements. In Greece, too, the familiar tin is much in evidence. British prisoners of war released by ELAS forces have their kit deloused, a necessary step after the tough time they've had. As the returning ships come in, look at the faces of the men. Our motive in showing these pictures is guided by no partisan feeling. We would be doing a grave disservice to these men were we to ignore this evidence of suffering. Waiting on the quayside to greet the returned prisoners were 3 British MPs, Mr. Jack Lawson, Major Studham and Wing Commander James. Also studying Greek affairs at first hand is Sir Walter Citrine at the head of a British T.U.C delegation visiting Athens. The grim sight is at the scene of ELAS shootings. Says Sir Walter, "I have come to sift the evidence of the widows of those men who have been cruelly murdered." Against a background such as this, poignant evidence of the evil aftermath of war, the World Trade Union Congress in London pledges Labour to face up to the giant tasks of reconstruction. Delegates from more than 40 national trade union bodies, including a team of 35 Russians, hear the chairman, Mr. George Isaacs MP, open the proceedings.
I am charged by my colleagues of the General Council to express the deep appreciation of British trade unionists that so many of you have dared the perils and difficulties of wartime travel to attend this conference. We are more convinced than ever now, with the crisis of the armed struggle upon us, and with the consciousness of the grievous sacrifices all our peoples have made, to vindicate our faith in freedom and the democratic way of life, to guide our discussion, we shall achieve the purpose we all have in view. Unity is our aim. Let us not lose sight of it at any stage of our work in this conference.
Central figure at R.A.F. Balloon Command's last parade is Secretary of State for Air, Sir Archibald Sinclair.
Officers and all ranks of Balloon Command, I say on behalf of His Majesty's government, thank you. Thank you for a good job, faithfully and sturdily discharged. Do not, however, think that your task is finished. Though Balloon Command comes to an end, balloons will still fly, though under other commands of the Royal Air Force. Good luck to you all.
Seafires and Fireflies returned from the biggest British naval airstrike against Jap oil plants in Sumatra. With an eye to the spectacular, we focus on 2 crash-landing aircraft from the scores of planes which returned safely from a highly profitable mission. One of the carriers from which the Sumatra attack was launched was the Indefatigable, here pictured at her launching. Secretly completed, Indefatigable of 30,000 tons is our biggest and fastest aircraft carrier. Before Indefatigable left Britain for service in eastern waters, she and her crew were inspected by His Majesty the King. The ship's cat is not going to miss her chance to look at a king. The ship's company, assembled here with peacetime precision, were shortly to teach the Japanese on Sumatra a lesson they won't forget in a hurry. With Indefatigable on the Sumatra strike was HMS King George V. The King and Queen and the 2 princesses also inspected this 35,000-ton battleship when she was scheduled to leave for the East. Former flagship of the home fleet, King George V now flies the flag of Rear Admiral Vian, formerly of the Cossack. 5 times in a month, Admiral Vian's East Indies fleet, with King George V and Indefatigable as its backbone, mastered Jap installations on Sumatra. One more example of the way the silent service becomes loud in action.